Hi guys, today we are going to discuss how to read a contract note. A contract note is nothing but just a summary of all the transaction you have done on a given particular day. So as you can see, this is a contract note for 25th January 2021. So now let's look at what all things are there in the contract note. So the first column is the order number. The order number represents whatever orders you are hitting. The unique every order that you punch in has a unique order ID. Of course, whatever orders are executed, only those will have the order ID. If you punch in a particular order and that order does not get executed, then that order will not have an order number. So now here you can see it is EQ cash. So EQ cash means equity. Generally whatever shares you buy, shares without any leverage, without any FNO, those are called normal EQ cash, equity cash, and those shares are mentioned in this contract note. So as you can see, I have bought Kotak Bank shares. Now here it is 7B and S. So here this means I have bought it B. The quantity is written. So basically I bought 400 shares of Kotak at 12:21 p.m. in the afternoon. The price is written as 1851. So basically I punched in a limit order of 1851 and it got executed at 1851. And then this is the total amount of money I had to pay. Of course, I was using intraday trading. I was doing intraday trading, so the actual margin amount was a lot lesser than this. Then the last column shows the exchange which I have used for trading. Generally I only use NSE, so all the trades are in NSE. Similarly, you can see I also sold Kotak Bank 400 shares with the same order ID. So basically I punched just one order and it got filled in two ways. So I sold 400 shares of Kotak at around 12:41 p.m. Within 20 minutes, and the price was 1856.1. Again, you can see. Again, you can see I have created another trade here. I have taken Reliance long position in Reliance at around 9:39 a.m. So at 9:39 a.m. I punched in around 500 shares of Reliance. I bought 500 shares of Reliance, and you can see the order ID is the same here. All the trades are having the same order ID. That is because I punched in a big order of 500 shares and there was no seller of 500 shares. So some seller was selling 27 shares, some seller was selling 73 shares. So whatever those sellers were selling, they got filled until my 500 share order was filled. So the time is the same, you can see 9:39:22, because that is just the one order. Of course it got executed in a couple of seconds, so you can see it because all the sellers were not present simultaneously. It got filled within a 1 or 2 second range. And then you can see, since I had punched in a limit order, all the shares got filled at 1982 rupees only. So this is the cumulative amount I invested in that particular trade. Then again I sold half of that. So out of the 500 shares I sold 250 at about 9:46 p.m. So as you can see here, there is a different order ID. This is the sell ID. So I sold around 250 shares these at about 9:46 a.m. So all these order IDs are identical because that was just one order of 250 shares I had sold. And again there was no one buyer of 250 shares, so that order got split in a number of ways, and this is just the total amount of split. So basically 2 shares into 1956 is 3913, just like that. So just the multiplication of these two is the total amount column. After that I sold the rest 250 shares at 9:50 am, and that is also shown over here. So here you can see these 3 last rows and this is the fourth row. So these together are another 250 shares that I sold at around 1972 rupees. So this is a limit order, that's why all of them got filled at 1952, while this was a market order. Because this was a stop loss, this got filled at different prices. So the stop loss was at around 1956.9, and it got filled at 1956.76 and 65. So that is what is called as slippage, because it was a market order it got filled at different prices. Then after this you can see that I've taken 5 trades in the day. So that this is the 100 rupees that I have to pay as brokerage plus taxes. As mentioned in the previous video, the negative amount is whatever profit I have earned, and this is negative because the broker has to pay this to me, and this is the positive amount, so I have to pay this to the broker. So I incurred a loss of about 6,800 rupees on that day, plus I had to pay this 100 rupees, and all these are taxes. So the main one is the STT, which is the securities transaction tax, which is around 430 rupees, and the turnover charges, which is also 110 rupees, and 50 rupees of stamp duty. So together I paid around 600 rupees or 650 rupees in these taxes. This is not income tax, these are just transaction taxes. So this is just the taxes you pay for doing the transactions, the trades. So this was around 650 rupees, this is around 100 rupees, so I paid a total of about 750 rupees. So I incurred a loss of about 6,805 plus 100 rupees of brokerage, this is 6,905, and my net that day was 7,550. So basically I lost around 7,500 rupees that day, out of which the 750 rupees was brokerage plus taxes. So this is how you read a contract note. This is the standard template. Whatever broker you have, his details will be given over here, and if you have any complaints, you can always call your broker at the given numbers and the email ID. But generally contract notes are a daily part of the daily routine, and most of the times, almost 99.9% of the times, contract notes will not be giving you any issue, because these are automatically generated and the chances of there being any fraud in this are very, very low. So just make sure that whenever you take any trade, you will be getting contract notes, so that you can keep it for your future references. So anyway, that's it for today's video. If you have any suggestions, or if you want video on any other topics, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will try to do video on those topics as well. So take care for now, bye.